Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? This is your goddess guru, Tirra-Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration. Y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using ancient wisdom so that they confidently and courageously live the amazing lives they know they deserve. How's everybody doing? Is anybody out there? Okay, I see one person is on. So, how's everybody doing? Thank y'all so much for being here. Last week, I did not come on live because if some of you've seen, I've had COVID-19 and have been getting over that. Woot! Whoa, that was no joke. What's up, Stephanie? Hey, Queen. How are you? Hello to everybody out there. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I had to take last week off. Hello, Shakti. Hey, sis. Hello, Kim. What's up to my nephew? How are you? Is that Quiana? Hello, hello. My gosh. Hello, Sister Priestess. I'm so honored to have you here. So, yes, welcome. Glad y'all are here for our FRIYAY live. Oh my goodness, I need this so badly. Let's start out with well, like I was saying, I am getting over COVID-19. Thankfully, I guess yesterday around day 21, 22 was when I was like, I finally feel free. Hey, Jasmine, welcome. So yeah, let's do this Friday live, y'all. Let's do this. Let's start off with just a little bit of deep breathing. I'm not sure who's been working this week or, oh my gosh, we've had a stellar week here in the United States. What? We've gotten rid of a regime. We've gotten some adults in the room. We feel relief, even though I am going to talk about the chart of the inauguration a little bit this evening because I want to explain how that works. Um, those of us in particular here in the United States, we need to understand what lies before us, and it's interesting. It's real interesting. But for now, let's just do a little deep breathing, okay? Hey, how are you, Regina? Okay, I'm so happy to see you, Ia. Sister Priestess, let's put our hands over our hearts and let's just take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And we're getting more and more mindful, bringing ourselves more in the now moment. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. As you feel self-compassion, as you feel appreciation for you, just as you are, not because of anything that you've done, but just your pure essence. Let's take one more breath, deep breath in, inhale and exhale, giving thanks for our breath, our prana, which connects us to life here in the physical realm, as well as to the sustainer, the energy of life, the great divine, by whatever name you call it. We give thanks for the breath. Okay, so I want to start out with talking a little bit about some wisdom that I want to share with you all. You know, I love sharing wisdom. I live for wisdom. I live wisdom day in and day out. And I just see how much when we just take time to ponder on even something as simple as an affirmation, um, it really can breathe so much life into us. It can give us that inspiration and that motivation to keep going when maybe we don't feel like going. I talked to my inner circle this week about how I've been studying this book, and it talks about how when a mind is clear, it is able to connect with the universal consciousness, the universal wisdom, and powerfully channel whatever it is that we need, be it information, be it understanding which direction to turn to meet that person or to find that opportunity that will take us, further down the road towards our goals, intentions, whatever it is that we are desiring for ourselves. And of course, I will always say desire is a good thing. Okay. Desires show us where we're headed. However, when a mind, and there were three words that the author uses. The first word is that I'll share is distracted, stupefied is the second word, and the other word was it'll come to me. Do I have the book? I have to get this. I have to pull this out because the third one is disturbed, stupefied, and distracted mind. This is what causes us to slip, trip, and fall. And so it's so important for us to engage the spiritual practice, to chew on wisdom, to take care of our bodies, and to heal our emotions so that we can step out of a disturbed mind, step out of a stupefied mind. And the way he describes stupefied, because I like to make sure that I define that word because, I'm sensitive about calling people stupid. I don't like doing that. The mind is stupefied, and that is dark, dense, and dull. And it's because of deep inside are the elements of worry, grief, and dejection. And then the distracted mind is made up of both the disturbed mind. The disturbed mind has in it attachment, anger, fear, doubt, and he even uses the word desire. But I'm sure this desire is not the kind that's from inspiration. And so what we're wanting to do is find ways to get ourselves where our mind is one pointed and it's in alignment with the universal energy. And so let's talk about our affirmations that we'll take into the weekend. I just think Friday is such a good time. I've had such a wonderful time meeting with you on Fridays. I know once the pandemic is over, maybe y'all gonna be here on Friday, maybe not. But I just find it is such a good way to end our week. No matter what it is you've done, Friday is just something about Friday. So the first card that I'll share with you is I am resourceful. I am resourceful. I use creative methods to construct the best possible life. I am resourceful. I think that is such an important affirmation because as we go into next week, there is this energy that is about stepping into our power. And so being resourceful, and one of the things that 2020 gave us astrologically, this is based on astrology, is the opportunity to tap inner reserves that we didn't know were there. How many of us feel more expansive after 2020? 2020 expanded us. It showed us that we are made of some good stuff, right? We have the ability to tap into the abundance of the universe within ourselves, though, within ourselves. So allow yourself to be open to the resources that lie within you. Hello, how are y'all? Let's see here. We have, Sierra. Okay. How are you, Sierra? Rosalinda. Hello, Tara. How are you? So glad y'all are here, goddesses. Okay. So the next one that we have is I am powerful. I am powerful. My thoughts, feelings, and actions create my future. You know, the world, whatever these powers are in the world, would have you believe that you don't have the ability to make change in your life. Part of the reason that we are in this manifest reality is actually to tap the power within ourselves. And it's oftentimes against all odds, right? And so, again, as we move into next week, there is this energy. I mean, like I put the cards face down and just intuitively chose a card. I didn't know what I was choosing. I'm like, wow, this so aligns with the energy that we are in. And so, going into next week, really this year is about stepping into our power, but it's doing so through action. Okay. And just like this says, my thoughts, feelings, and actions create my future. So it's through our intentions, it's through our thoughts. Our thoughts are so powerful. Our belief system and our thoughts, what we think is possible, even our identity. How do you identify yourself? It defines what is possible for you. Some of us this year may have to redefine ourselves so that we can be open to being more expansive. And as we redefine our identity, as we step into a new way of understanding who and what we are, it naturally unlocks the power within. So just make sure, as we move into the full moon next week, which is in Leo. Leo is very expansive energy. It's the energy of what makes you special. What are your gifts, your talents? How are you shining, right? And so this is so important for us to give ourselves an opportunity to redefine ourselves so that we can unlock and unleash the power within ourselves. Okay. So I am powerful. I am resourceful. Own this energy because you are. Because you are. And I love, again, I just put the card face down. I don't know what I've just say. Just tell me what to pick up. I just trust my gut, trust my intuition on what to pick up. So this is from the Mayan Oracle. This is the energy of men, is what it's called. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, Dr. Bershern. Thank you, Chula. I appreciate you, sister. So men is, and I'm going to turn to the page. I didn't realize I had a card in here. Keep. Okay. Let's see here, sisters, and any of the brothers who are out there. My nephew might still be out there. I love this energy because men is about believing in yourself. It's about, again, what is possible. Again, that's from the Mayan Oracle. I'm turning to the page as we speak. And we'll just talk about this a little bit. I'm not looking at the right page. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm going to get there. MEN. I don't know why I did not go to the right page. Oh, 103. Okay. Yes, no. Those of us who do readings, we don't always keep it in our head. Okay, men. MEN. So part of the wisdom is being obsessed with service to others, being the rescuer. This is the kind of energy where it's in challenge. Like we may be needing to transform this energy into something that's going to be more beneficial. Being the rescuer, saving others, not being able to say no, loss of hope and meaning, feelings of futility. And so what the transformational wisdom is for men is learn to temper service with nourishment and rest. All right, I'm going to say that again because I promise y'all that is how I ended up getting COVID. I was helping too many people. Oh my gosh. And I was not. It was the one time last year that I really fell off the self-care train. Learn to temper service with nourishment and rest. The other thing that men says is to believe in yourself. I would like to know from you all, do you believe in yourself? Are you experiencing a higher level of belief in yourself right now? Or are you struggling with that? Because part of, stepping into our power and understanding that we're resourceful. We are resourceful. We can make it happen with grace and ease. Like we don't even have to fight for it to be resourceful. Is believing in yourself. We have to have some level of belief in ourselves. We have to. Actually, belief in self is the most important belief you can have. When you believe in yourself, it's easy to believe in other people. It's easy to believe in the possibilities that lie out there. When we don't believe in ourselves, we won't even consider the possibilities because we don't believe that we can make it happen. We don't believe that that's going to happen for us. So believe in yourself. Follow your own visions and dreams. So I ask you, are you following your own visions and dreams, or are you um, maybe quelling yours because maybe the world doesn't understand it, or the people around you don't understand it? You don't have the support. Are you quelling your dreams because, um, you're helping someone else? Just remember, doing your dharma, your purpose at 10% is better than helping somebody else's with their dharma, their path, their purpose at 100%. You may as well just do yours at 10%. All right. We can do that. We can at least play around with it. I think about how that's how I've done this wisdom sharing. I'm not gonna lie, I could not figure out how can I have this business and be a homeschool mom. I couldn't figure it out, so I chose homeschool mom. But I've always known this is something I really want to do. And so I make a video here, I make a video there. Never really, YouTube was not a business for me initially. It was just, I'm just on here sharing. I just feel so compelled. And there's not a lot of people where I am. Like I'm not the norm of this kind of work, this kind of talk or whatever. Some of y'all may not know, but I'm even married to a Christian pastor. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's been something. But I said I will not live my life and not be true to myself, be true to um my destiny, my purpose, my gifts. And so I would just get on and just do it at 10%, baby. Right? I'm not even at 100. I'm nowhere near 100. But doing it at 10%, that was better than me helping someone else with their dharma at 100%. Now, part of my dharma at times might be I'm supporting someone else. For years, I supported my godmother. I still support her now. If she needs my help, I'm helping her. For years, I've been an initiated priestess since 2006. So 13, not 14 yet. It'll be 14 later this year. 13 years. I have been, some of the sisters on here that have spoken, they are priestesses that I assisted during their priesthood, and they've been priestesses for years. Part of my dharma, though, was to support my godmother, right? So we may be called to support people. It's not just about what am I going to do for me? Dharma is about purpose. It's about making that difference in the world. This is what we're called to do. So yes, believe in yourself and believe in your vision, your dream for your life. Remember the purpose and commitment you have in the larger pattern. And it is so important for us. And I'm going to look at y'all's comments. I see y'all comment. Thank you. It is so important for us to understand that there is this energy of the collective that is heightened right now. So it's important for us to understand, okay, yes, I'm a part of the collective, and we've got to work together to make this planet better. It could be country by country, it could be issue by issue. At the very least, we've got to do something about making sure we take care of this planet, right? The part, though, that's very important is that everybody understand what they're to do. I remember at the beginning of the pandemic and the social unrest that started happening here in the United States, one of my friends gave this chart of how people may show up. Not everybody is going to show up and help in the same manner. So for me, something that has really stood out is, and I haven't put this message out enough. I'm going to do it more, but during times of social unrest and um, when people are under high levels of stress, like the world is right now, we need artists and healers more than ever. And so I think that for me, as somebody who, I bring feel good. It sometimes may be like, well, I don't want to be inappropriate and be talking all this positivity and everybody's feeling down. But there's no time like this time for those of us who are healers to bring words of hope, to bring words of healing, for those who, touch with the hands or serve with the herbs or help people to move their bodies, for the artist, be it the ones who have sung the songs, written the words. I mean, like at the inauguration here in the United States, who was the star? The poet Amanda, right? So there, or maybe, I've been seeing people go to the places where they're doing pottery and painting and they got their mask on. That's because if we don't have these kinds of healing opportunities going on during this time, then the activists who have this fire and they have that calling in life to get out and fight the good fight, they won't have a way to renew themselves. They won't have a way to replenish themselves so that they don't crash and burn, right? So we all need to figure out within the grand scheme of things, within the collective, who are the ones that are going to be helping us with the money, be it investing, or there's this one sister in the inner circle. She said something that blew my mind one night, which was, I wish I even had the words. It was so progressive, just like Aquarius is, but it was more about, instead of investing in the stock market, investing in, it wasn't really co-ops, but it's more of like, money that's with the people and not with corporations. And, where are the people that are about growing food? Because that's a big topic right now, or, who's the ones that are taking care of the kids, be it pre-K on up, the healthcare people, everybody has to figure out what is their part of the collective. So we're doing both right now. We're like, okay, I need to do something to help Mother Earth. I'm doing my part. What is my city saying we're going to do, or whatever it is. And then the other part is, this is my dharma. This is what I have come here for. And so, yes. Hey, Maya. Let me see what y'all are up to. Okay. Okay. Hi, Kyrie. I'm in a phase of unlocking my inner confidence and comfortable even if I'm solo. Oh my gosh, I get that. Very good. That is so wonderful. Hey, Aquarian T. Let's see here. Yes. Yes, live as an artist, Maya. And you are a leader. Yes. Yes. Permanently powerful memories. Yes, Shakti. Yes. Okay. Sierra, it's higher now that I've joined this group. Oh, thank you. The tools and skills that I've learned have confirmed a lot that I felt within but had no outlet of support. I've had a major boost in confidence. That makes me feel, you have no idea, Sierra, because this is why I do that work. This is why I do that work. It is, once a woman realizes, oh, I'm normal, I'm intuitive, or I'm powerful, and I have tools to work with, you can't stop her. You can't stop her. So, what? That has made that has made it just also worth it. I learned from my dark night of the soul, ready to share my light and stories of my ancestors. Do that, Maya. Ashe. I'm happy to hear that, Sierra. I no longer feel like I'm wondering blind, searching for my tribe. I'm so happy you're a part of the inner circle. Hey, Demita. Dr. Vershern, living your purposes, and evolve into higher purpose. Yes, I love that. Evolve. One of the symbols in the goddess tradition is the spiral. That is a beautiful, and if we even really just think about how the universe is, it's a spiral, but this is how we evolve. There's different times where we'll feel a different purpose. One of the examples that I give for myself is, and I just use me as an example because I know my stories. Y'all share what this means for you. But I never imagined that I would feel like I don't want to teach dance. I don't want to teach Zumba anymore. It's not that I don't like teaching dance and fitness. It's just not me anymore. I've talk about a new identity. When people call me Zumba Queen, I'm like, that's in the past. I've evolved, right? This is the kind of teaching I want to do. Although I do love bar and belly dance. I'm not over. It's not over. It's just shifted, right? If evolution, it will happen and it's okay. One is an earthly transitioning of a physical property. Nice. It's beautiful and it's moving. Ashe. That's true. Feels like the tribes are coming together and the energy is rising. I really believe that with all of my heart, Chula. I really do. Oh, I love this. Chula, my nonprofit is about producing new lightworker art. Music helps heal the heart. It really does, Chula. I really think that the artists don't know how much we're going to look back during this time, seeing so many people get on and make all these videos. And, you see some of the musical groups, they're all in their respective locations, but some kind of way they make this song and fuse it together, using video. Or the dancers, the people who've taught dance classes, fitness, even classes. I have a friend actually who's in Canada and she's still doing massage therapy. She showed us her get up, to keep from getting COVID. And to my knowledge, she hasn't gotten COVID, but it's this, strong get up that she has, still doing massages. People need it. People need it. Oh my gosh. Just all this healing work, the breath work, the yogis that have been doing the yoga classes online, or some are still going into the classrooms. It's been, they could go into their gyms or studios, whatever. All of this is, folks are going to look back and be like, we could not have made it without you all. I'm going to tell y'all another group that I love. Outside of here in the United States, we honor the ones that have been working in the stores and the medical field and taking care of those who are in the long-term care facilities. But y'all love the restaurant people. There have been some days when I'm like, the only option I have right now is to go and order some good home cooked food because I don't feel like cooking. And I just need to go order some food from somewhere. I'm much honor to all those in the culinary arts out there. Much honor to the teachers. Much honor to the teachers. Do not let me forget the teachers. OMG, can we get raises for all the teachers and some vacations? Okay. Hey, Blessed Goddess, how are you? Glad to hear that, Kyrie. Green Rose Productions. I'm just going to put that up there. Green Rose Productions. Somebody must have asked. I love watching Chula. Chula is so fun. Chula is so fun. She says, I've been producing operas, mariachi, musicals, plays, and singing for 10 years. I work with adults with disabilities. Oh my gosh, who are performing and visual artists. I love that. Tyra's giving me a push talking about the stars. Yes, Chula, do that. Hello, Diza. Bonsoir. How are you? So Yes. And we need to talk about how to use the Bible for rituals and how to protect yourself. Go on ahead and drop that in there, blessed goddess. Go on and drop that in there. Y'all know I'm open. Okay, Psalm 91. Beautiful. Much honor to the DJs. Okay, y'all. Tell me who I left out. Yes, much honor to the DJs. I'm so for that. Oh my gosh. Yes, Tara. Her husband has a food truck catering business. I could not make it without these restaurants. I never in my life thought that. I'm a little bougie. Like I like going to small owned businesses. There might be some chains that I'll do, y'all. Don't let me make y'all think I don't do some chains. But for the most part, you know, I just had gotten a little bit like, oh, I don't really want to eat out. I just cook my own food. Mm-mm. I will go order something in a minute. So I want to talk to you all about, especially those of, I think everybody, well, I know there's a few sometimes who join on and they're in other countries, but I do want to touch on what we have lying before us for the next 4 years. So in astrology, everything has a birth time. So for instance, when we are born, our birth time sets a chart in motion. And that chart, you can use it to predict quite a bit. And you don't even need a lot of predictive techniques. You can really speak quite a bit to people just using their sun sign. Oh my gosh, if they know their moon and their rising sign, it's a lot that you can help people understand. This is what's going on in your life, or, this is the theme that is for your sign right now, right? Okay. But let's say someone gets married. The time that ceremony starts, sometimes, rarely, because I just haven't known a lot of people to get married or who would be open to me talking to them about, you know, astrology with their marriage. But that the time that ceremony starts, that's the birth time of that marriage. And you can use that chart to predict these are the kinds of things that you as a couple may, face. And so sometimes it helps to know, like, for instance, one of the things I love talking to people about is the moon, making sure you don't start your wedding at a time when the moon is void of course. We don't want no void of course moons with marriage, right? Let's say, so let's just move on to the inauguration. So last week there was all this talk about potentially there might be violence, and it was in the astrology that it could be something very violent that happens or whatever. And we all know what it happened, the insurrection that happened at the beginning of the month. Well, I sort of felt like everything was going to be okay the day of, just because we already knew what had happened, and we knew that they were bringing in, the National Guard and all these troops or whatever. But the thing that is important for us to understand is the time that the inauguration started, a chart can be looked at, erected is what we call it. And you look at the chart to find out what is the energy of this chart. And so I was so grateful that this week we got through it, and this new administration here in the United States has hit the pavement running, right? Like it feels like, okay, we have adults in the room. But what we need to know is, the first and foremost, one of the things that I was like, I wish they could I so badly was hoping that, maybe somebody had a flat tire and they couldn't start on time. I'm like, we just need like an hour, start like an hour later. But the moon was void, of course, during the entire swearing in ceremony. And then there is this energy of, and it's the planet Mars meeting Uranus. This is about, Mars is about, fighting, using it in a more optimistic term, activism, but it is about war and fighting. I think this has more to do with what we will be doing here in the United States, not so much our country going to war anymore. It's just what's going to happen. I think that it's going to be, and Uranus is about social change and like radical change. If you have a Uranus transit, you will radically feel a change happen, and it'll feel like, man, I have no control over this. And what ends up happening is whatever was supposed to happen that maybe you were dragging your feet on, Uranus is like, baby, we about to up level this thing. All right. We've got to take this to the next level. You're going too slowly. You have not made this change. And so Uranus is about sudden change, and it's about progress, and it's about the up level, but it's like a snatch. It's no gentleness in this thing. And so we have this planet of Mars, which is about passion and drive, and like I said, activism and fighting, mixing with Uranus, which is about change, and it's about the social energy also. And I just really do think that all this energy of, well, it could be, people were predicting someone might, it might be an assassination attempt. It could be. I don't know. I say all of us goddesses and all the brothers, if there's any brothers watching, we need to be like putting our energy out there of protection to make sure, that everybody stays safe. Okay. It might be, I don't know. I don't like thinking that way, to be honest with you. I just said, no, I am going to just, like I said, put the energy out of safety and protection for everybody. But I do think that it could be quite a bit of social unrest during this next 4 years. And so my point about this is, as much as we have PTSD over here, and I think the world got PTSD from that person being president, the 45th president of the United States. I think the whole world has PTSD from that. But for sure, those of us who've lived it, we have PTSD. We are tired. We are fatigued. And we're in the midst of this pandemic, which is adding another level of fatigue on us. And so I just think that, well, what I've told my inner circle is for 2021, the best thing you can do is self-care. Take care of yourself. To pull back when you need to pull back. Rest when you need to rest. Because there is this marathon that we're all going to be running. Now, honestly, this actually applies to the world, but because of this inauguration, we will be feeling like it's going to be extra. But this inauguration chart is over the next 4 years. So 2020. Let me just stay where I am right now because I'm on a roll. The void moon is, I was just like, why? Why does the moon have to be void during this time? Where is the White House astrologer? We need the White House astrologer to let them know, don't do this during the void moon. Because of course the moon has to do with changeability. It has to do with abundance. And the moon, when we're looking at a chart of a nation, it has to do with the people, right? So I just think that we need to understand that there's a lot of work that lies before us. And the best thing, I just think the best remedy is to live your destiny 100%. Be on fleek with your destiny. Be on fleek with your destiny. And remember, we will all have to fight the good fight in the way. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, if I need to do something to fight the good fight for somebody, I will. But I know what I'm called to do, and I know what I'm like. You know what? That's gonna burn me out. I'm gonna be burned out. but I know what to do, right? I know it's a lot of young folk out there that's out in the streets. What can I donate to? What can I donate to support y'all? You know, and if y'all need some healing work, I got you covered. Um, I just think that that's the best thing for us. You know, we're gonna have to do our part for the collective, but the best thing to do is to live on purpose. And going back to what I was talking about in the beginning in this book, being on our spiritual grind so tough day in and day out, because we need to keep our mind from being in the energy of being disturbed. We need to keep our mind from being dull and you know, what's the other word they use? Dull and dense and dark. We need to keep our mind from being distracted so that we can be a clear channel to understand, how do I channel my gifts, my talents? Going back to what I said in the beginning, the rise of the divine feminine. It's apparent. It is so apparent. I give thanks. Like, where is my magazine? I'm all in. I got this magazine. I was like, this is a historic moment. We have women around the world. Like, if we think about the woman in the prime minister or the president, I can't think of the name of the country. It's near Australia. Man, they got to where they didn't have any COVID cases. This is a woman, New Zealand, running New Zealand. Okay. So it's our time. Like, the world is screaming out for the women. Do you unapologetically, do you boldly, do you powerfully? Your energy is beautiful. Your energy is gorgeous. And just showing up, doing what you were put here to do. Maybe it's something that you think is just real simple. Not, I always like talking about Oprah. It ain't Oprah. It's okay. Every little bit counts. It's like the collective, as we pull our energy in there together, doing our feminine thing, doing our womanly thing, whatever that is, the energy will just gain momentum and it will just build and build and build. And the next thing you know, my God, the Earth Mama, she's going to be like, all right, y'all, I'm good. Thank you, women, for showing up and healing me. Okay. What are we talking about, queens? And any brothers that are out there? Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. These are to the translators. Yes. Yes. Many have been doing volunteer work translating documentation regarding how to deal with this pandemic. I just want to put this up here because I love this. And reports from other countries which have been through it first. My God. Let's give it up for the translators. Wow. Thank you, Diza. What languages do you speak? Tara. Okay, so we were asking about, what does the food truck, Cajun food and barbecue. My goodness, I wish I lived in the same city. I would be there. Okay, I'd love to learn how to manifest quickly. You know, there are rituals that we can do. Of course, ultimately, the ultimate in manifesting is aligning with what it is you desire and having zero doubt that it will come to you. But by the same token, being detached. I know, it's complicated. It seems contradictory. But it is about relationship with the energy of the universe at the end of the day. And so manifesting rituals, really, that's what they help us do. But there are some manifesting rituals out there. One that I have started doing is 5x55. And for those who are in my inner circle, I plan on talking about it in depth tomorrow in our meeting. But 5x55. 5 is 5 days. 55 times you write, thank you for whatever it is that you want. You know, let's say you want to manifest $2,000. Yeah, let's just say you want to manifest $2,000. Thank you for, my $2,000. Thank you for my $2,000. You write it 55 times, 5 days in a row. Let's say you want a love interest. Thank you for bringing me my significant other. And sometimes what ends up happening is either, let's talk about the money, $2,000 shows up and you're just like, shut the front door. Or you'll get a $2,000 idea. I don't know how it'll work because, see, the hows, as we know, is really true. This is my experience. The hows are not my responsibility, your responsibility. It is clarity of intention. What is it that you desire? And to have zero doubt that you will receive it. That's the hardest part, is how do we get so aligned and so in trust that we know without a shadow of a doubt that we'll get this. And so this is why we do our spiritual practices, and but the rituals work. The rituals work. Writing down your intention as if it has happened. It is now February the 28th, and I am so grateful that I have manifested $2,000. You can write it down, and then you just are like, it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. Doesn't even matter to me how it happens. I just know the universe is bringing me $2,000, and or how it happens, I don't know. It could be the money shows up, or you get a $2,000 idea. I don't know. If anyone can relate, if you've had a manifesting experience where you set the intention and you had no doubt, you didn't worry if it was going to happen, nothing. You had no attachment. That's the word. Detach from it happening, but you put the intention out there and you saw it happen. Oh, Colorado. Oh, okay. I bet they don't have that kind of food out in Colorado. Okay, Kyrie. God told me this morning there is a shift in the atmosphere over and over again. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe, Maya. There is so much potential and power for your life. I've been trying to figure out my purpose. We'll have to even talk about this a little bit more. Every petal makes a rose. Every petal makes a beautiful rose. Yes, every petal makes a strong, beautiful, fragrant rose. Ashe. Okay. I should have known the French. Okay. English, French, Martinican, Guadeloupean, erroneously labeled French-based Creole. Okay. And I understand some Spanish and Japanese, but you don't speak them. Nice. So I'm so happy to know, don't call it French-based Creole. Okay. Beautiful. Your purpose is in your wounds. If you can, alchemize them. Ashe. Yep. 55 for 5 days. 5 by 55 is what it's called. You actually, Chula, anybody who wants to do this, actually just do a Google search for 5 by 55 ritual. Maybe throw in manifestation or something like that. I see you, Maya. I came from homelessness to living in a penthouse apartment in 2021 for free. Ashe. Okay. Go, Maya. Oh my gosh, manifesting work for me. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So thank you all so much for being here with me this evening. I have enjoyed our discussion. Let's just do a recap. I am resourceful. And that even speaks to manifesting. In the men card that I pulled, which talks about believing in yourself. I don't know what I did with the card. Believing in yourself, I am resourceful. That's part of having that belief in yourself, knowing that, that you have this inner reserve. And then I am powerful. I am powerful. These are the energies that we're taking into the weekend. The other thing that I want to put out is next week is the full moon in Leo. So let's prepare ourselves to have an enjoyable full moon. I think it'll be very powerful. Um, and My favorite thing about the full moon in Leo is taking that time to take stock. Like Maya's talking about um, um, how she went from homelessness to living in a penthouse apartment. Um, 2020, there's some stuff we can be proud of. We really need to take stock at that Leo full moon. Okay, we really need to take stock at that Leo full moon. So thank y'all so much for being here. Yes, she does, Aquarian tea. She does. Thank you, Tara. I love being here on Friday. I have missed you all since it was so hit and miss for a little while. But I'm back and excited. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get like us on a schedule of something that we're talking about. I actually want to get back to the spirituality 101. I had actually started talking about just some topics from the Metunetter. So I might get back to doing that. Thank you for being here, Sister Shakti, my sister priestess. I don't know if Regina's still on here. She's another one who is initiated into the sacred feminine mysteries priestesses, as well as Ifa as an Orisha priestess. So thank you. Thank you, sister. It's, as always, good to connect with you. Love y'all so much. Wishing y'all a wonderful weekend. I will be back here next Friday, God is willing. But yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. Feel free to, as Chula said, give a sister a like, give a sister a share. And yeah, let's have a wonderful, amazing weekend. All right. Mwah. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are so loving and kind. I feel so blessed and honored. All right. Peace, sisters.